What's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're gonna get the S5 started. So I learned a little bit about the vehicle and I know that they have a Pyro fuse. So I'm gonna show you guys how to fix that, replace it, or do whatever you gotta do in order to get that car fixed and make sure that you guys can drive your vehicle again as well. So if you guys are new here, I really hope you guys consider subscribing down below. Make sure you guys like, comment, make sure you have your post notifications on as well. And also make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram. I got a link right down here. That way you guys can stay up to date on the build and everything else that goes on this channel. So it took me a little bit to kind of figure out, but it's a very easy fix. You do not need to buy the entire assembly for $300-$400 from Audi. There's a little part, I'm gonna post a link right down below as long as I can still find it. And you can get it right off of Amazon, 15 bucks, shipped right to your door. And it's a simple fix. So stay tuned guys, I'm gonna teach you how to do this right now. So when I got the vehicle from the salvage yard, I was able to start it with the jumper box and I had no issues with it. The top wouldn't go up, I had some problems with that, and I had to get it home. It was on the trailer, and when I went to go take it off the trailer, naturally I started the vehicle and it started right up again. Jumper box on the back, no problems. Then I put the vehicle into reverse and buckled my safety belt, and all of a sudden I just lost all the power. I don't know what happened at the time, but something happened and it took a little bit of research to kind of figure out what happened with it all. So I had a couple of my neighbors outside, they helped me out a lot. Big thank you to all of them. And I was able to get it off the trailer and into the driveway, and I was able to get some rest for that night because I drove from Kentucky and it was a long drive. So all in all, I was able to do some research on it, and it turns out that there is a fuse in the battery area itself that actually explodes when the airbags go off. I didn't know that, and it would have been extremely useful to know the fact that occurs because I could have bypassed that. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by bypassing it. So the fuse blows and it gives enough electronics to the entire vehicle to basically just work, but it doesn't have enough power to actually start the vehicle. Give you guys a quick look at the battery area itself. So right down in here you have the battery, and you guys could see this little fuse right in here. So I wound up disconnecting it, and what it does is it's part of this whole assembly, and what it does is it basically blows and it stops your main power source from being connected to the rest of the vehicle. So what you can do to actually bypass this is you put a jumper cable here and a jumper cable back here on this back part, and it would bypass this fuse. So the power itself isn't extremely strong by doing that, just because the connections aren't the greatest, but I was able to get the vehicle started, and it's great to know that the battery itself wasn't bad, even though I did wind up replacing that anyway because I thought that it was, and I was able to get the top up after that. I'm going to be replacing this to start, and hopefully we will be able to get the car started and maybe get it moving a little bit. So on this part, you have to take a pick or a screwdriver or something, and there's this little red part here. You gotta lift it up a little bit. I think that's what holds it in place. It doesn't come out all the way, and then I'm gonna take a screwdriver and try to lever this out. I do not want to break this clip because that's going to cause a whole new world of issues that I am not prepared to deal with. I pulled this out. I'm going to try to take the screwdriver now and very gently see if I can just lever this out without breaking anything. And like so, it comes right out. Audi basically sells this entire assembly for just south of $400. They do not recommend replacing this alone. They do sell this part for $180. I got this, which is aftermarket, for $13 on Amazon. It was shipped overnight, and as far as I can tell, it is literally the exact same thing, right down to the part numbers, which are identical. The only difference is the color that this inside is. So what I'm going to do is pop this back in and hop in the car and see if we can give it a start. So the first thing we're going to do is put this back on. It only goes on one way, so just make sure that you have that correct. Push that in, you'll hear a little click, snap that down, that way it's locked. And I'm not going to be able to show you guys this on camera just because of the angle and everything, but right on the underside of this is where this is going to go. It's going to be held on by 2 bolts, 2 nuts, and if you guys ever run into this issue, it's pretty self-explanatory once you see it. So it slides right in. So you guys can see it right in the center of the screen right there. You got the yellow part right on the bottom. You see the 2 little wings. You have the blue bolts that come out. We're going to toss 2 nuts right on there, and it should start after this. So we got our bolts. Just going to screw these on. I think they're 13 millimeter. Not going to make them too tight or anything. Just going to put everything back on now. Connect the positive, connect the negative. We have power, so the power's back on. Flashers go on the Audis when the battery's back on. We're gonna hop into the vehicle and see if we can give it a start. As you guys can see, the car started right up. We had no issues. The new battery worked really good. And so now all we have to do is get back in there and tighten all this back up. We'll button this all back up and we'll get the tire and all that stuff back in here, and we won't have to do any of this anymore. So thank you for that. Next thing we're going to do is try to figure out why the top won't go down. I was able to get it up. Now it won't go back down. With the door being basically sealed shut right now, it's something that we need to be able to remove so that I can get in and out of the car a lot easier than it is right now. It sucks. You guys see all that filth down there? We're just going to vacuum that out real quick. Make sure we're in pristine shape for everything else that we're going to be doing for this vehicle. That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you guys will be able to kind of just figure out these Pyro fuses just in case you run into something, whether it's an Audi or any other type of vehicle that has these things. And also, most importantly, you guys are going to learn how to kind of bypass that just to be able to start the vehicle if it is blown as well. So hopefully you guys stuck with me through the whole thing, and I want to thank you guys for being here. All my new followers, subscribers, make sure you guys are liking down below. Post some comments, let me know what you guys think about this stuff. And also, make sure you guys are following me over on Instagram. Got a link right down here. That way you guys stay up to date on the build and everything else that goes on the channel. Now, this is just one of the many things that you guys can DIY, but hopefully you guys will just pick up a wrench, buy a car, do whatever you need to do. Just try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.